Episode 22, Mia Vanna presents the R&R podcast, where we talk sports, cigars, and entertainment. I'm your host, Randy Jacquette. Got my man to the left, Robert Barksdale, super duper, Mr. Google.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we got a special guest tonight, my cousin, my family, Ryan Williams, known in the entertainment world as DJ LT, used to be Snoop Dogg's tour DJ back in the day. So we're going to talk about some football coaching and some youth coaching, and we're going to do what it do. Welcome back to Mia Vanna R&R Podcast, episode 22. Let's go, baby.
Let's go, Raul. What's up, Coach? Thanks for coming, man. You know, I thought, we just have another high school coach, you know, womp, womp, womp. Then I found out, wait, let me get the music to back that up. Womp, womp, womp. Then I found out you went to Hawthorne High, man, and played at my school.
Sir.
So I'm like, man, that Hawthorne Cougar. We don't
Steve
get
House.
too many of us. That's
Steve
right,
House,
baby,
baby,
all day. So talk to us, man. Talk to us about playing high school football.
Man, you know, it was interesting, man. We in the South Bay. I didn't grow up in the South Bay, but I went to school out there, kind of get out of the inner city. You know, being in Hawthorne High, it was a whole lot of folks that came before us. Folks like Curtis Conway,
Travis Hanna.
Yeah, Travis Hanna. I was there when the Moala boys was there.
Oh,
So
yeah,
a lot of
I
the
know
Moala
them.
boys,
Yep.
Etchema. We had a lot of dudes come out of there. We had some good runs, and it was fun, man.
You guys won some championships right before you got there, Coach Robbins. You guys were good, man. What's something? Tell us about playing at Hawthorne, man, and who your rivals were and all that stuff.
Man, you know, playing at Hawthorne, our biggest rival was Lusinger, but we had an interesting league in that Ocean League. You know, we was playing folks Torrance all the way to Beverly Hills.
Yep.
You know, my wife went to Beverly Hills. It's funny. I never thought we was from the inner city. We like, but she was like, yeah, I know when Hawthorne used to come over, we used to play Dorsey.
Yep.
I mean, we played everybody, man. It was fun, man.
That's good. That's good. So what has it been like, man? Now you coach Pop Warner, and now you are Junior All-American, and now you're gonna coach high school ball, man. Tell us about that transition.
You know, it's funny because I coached youth football for 10 years in Eastville. I'm the winningest coach in Eastville. I got the most wins out there.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the winningest coach in Eastville history, man. But you know, I've been out probably because I've been there the longest. I was coaching for 10 years straight. And I retired this year. This was going to be my farewell tour. I went by, you know, the boys all knew it. Everything, we was going out with a bang. And I got a good class of boys that came out with me this year. And a lot of the schools reached out afterwards around the holidays, wanted me to come down and bring some of the kids. Obviously, coach a freshman level. And I figured I'd stay home in Eastville and do it there, man. So it was interesting. It wasn't planned, but I'm looking forward to making it changing the dynamic a little bit.
That's good. We need that in Eastville. Go ahead, Rand. What you got?
He said the winningest coach in Eastville. I thought I was the winningest coach in Eastville, but I guess and you know what? If they gonna give out gold jackets, he gonna get one.
He gonna get one
too.
You get one too.
But check it out. Nah, man. This dude, man. This dude's a hell of a youth coach, man. And I sit there and watch him and do this. His patience with little kids, man, is very hard. You know what I mean? But he has patience. Shout out to Coach Fly, Superfly, Priest Brooks. They coached for me before I left. And man, the way he puts it down, and he never sets the kids up to fail, man.
Okay, that's good.
You know,
that's
he
good.
know it's a position for every kid.
Yep.
On the field. He'll find a position for, a dude that got two left feet.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So my hat's off to him, man. And he's, like I said, he's going to Roosevelt, which he know when I was there, I was pushing for us to get up there so everybody wouldn't go to the modern days. Everybody wouldn't go to the Bosco.
Yeah, and the Servite
and all that because we got talent. And I know what I'm talking about. We got talent in Eastville, and you see it all over the place. So my hat's off to him, man. And I'm gonna be his biggest supporter out there, man, because he's a hell of a coach, man. And he started, like he said, he started out with Snoop in the SYFL. I watched him over there. Matter of fact, I went to a championship game in Crenshaw, back in the day. And he's like I said, man, he winning as coach in Eastville, but I started football in Eastville, so you know what I'm saying. And Yeah, he's a hell of a coach.
You know, you talked about all the talent in Eastville. The last 15 years, if Eastville could have kept every kid that was supposed to go to Roosevelt, they have championships.
They have
Real
championships.
Mitchell, Chris Street,
Yes,
franchise,
franchise.
that went to Upland and then went to
Right.
IMG.
Right.
Who else? I mean,
Who else we got?
Braden Huffman.
Huffman, Porter.
Yeah.
Well, Porter did go there.
Did go to, yeah.
Yeah.
They only played 1 year, 1 or 2 years.
Butler, CJ Butler. We had what's the other DB?
The kid that went to Michigan in modern day. The DB. Can't think of his name.
Darion Green.
Darion Green.
Jaden Mickey.
Yeah, he was that's right. Lamar.
Right.
Across the street from the school.
Chris go to
Street.
San Diego. No, the other Chris to go to San Diego. Chris Johnson to go to San Diego State right now. We had players, man. We had real players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We had some good coaching. We had some sorry coaching, but I know who was the good coaches out there. You know what I mean? And my last year there, I was the president, and he'll tell you his team went all the way to the finals. I had 2 teams go to the final today, and we lost by 1 point both games.
Wow.
Broke my heart.
Who'd you guys lose to? Who'd you lose to?
Who did we lose to? Riverside. He lost to Riverside, and I remember his son, man, my little nephew. He was about what, 8? About 8 years old, and he's like, man, I wanted to win this for coach. I wanted to win this for my Uncle Randy and myself, and I let you down. I was like, man, don't worry about it, man.
Yeah.
You got plenty more football to play, and which he will be playing at Roosevelt this year.
He's coming up. He's a ninth grader.
Ninth grader, yes.
Okay.
My nephew Cam, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it was some good times, man, and I got to, finally get with them and coach him, Richard, Coach Fly. We had a successful year, man, and I went out with a bang, and then I turned it over to him and Richard, man, and they ran with it because the numbers was going down.
Really?
And they got the numbers. But when I first started Eastville, when we first started football, you know how many kids we had?
How many?
600.
600.
600 kids. And then it went down. Now you got it back up to 350. That's lovely.
How low did it get? About 200?
About 200,
200.
yeah, 250.
You guys were at 600 at one point.
When we first started, 600 kids. I never seen nothing like that in my life.
What year was that? 2012?
7.
Oh, you were there back in 7?
Oh, yeah. I started with Phil,
and
Phil, Big Ron, and Eddie. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It was a lot of kids. I remember that.
Kids,
they were recruiting.
Yeah.
2008, 9, 10. They were up at the park.
Right.
At Arata recruiting.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't know the first year, 6, we had to piggyback off of Harupa.
Okay.
I forgot the cat's name. It'll come to me, but he started him and his wife. And I remember, dog, I don't know what happened, with that politics stuff.
Yeah.
But I got a call from Phil, and Phil said, hey, man, we going down here. We finna take over this football. We want you a part of it. And I'm like, well, all right. So I went to the meeting, and the next thing I know, Eastville had their own football team.
Oh, Mustangs. Y'all would peak. I remember that.
Mustangs.
That park would be packed.
Yeah. And then we changed. And then I coached there for 4 years, and then I went to go coach AAU basketball. And I took a year off to coach AAU basketball. And then they said, hey, you know what? We're going to bring Pop Warner. I said, I don't mess with Pop Warner. They play on Saturdays. No, they play on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
They play on Sundays. I got to go to church. I got to watch my own football.
Yeah.
But I did that, and they still had the Mustangs. And then we battled for 2 years? And then that folded. And then I was like, man, I got a home for y'all. Y'all come over here. I snatched the Pop Warner team and took him to JA.
Junior
All-Americans. The Pop Warner rules is crazy, man.
Yeah.
And rest was history, man. And we did a beautiful thing over there. This dude is an excellent coach. And I'm reminding him of something one time when he was coaching over here in Chino one day. And our cousin Rico, he said, man, let's go check him out. And me, my son, and my wife was walking up, to come check him out. And he just started yelling across the field, if you don't get your ass on this field, woo, 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 woo. And I'm like, who are you talking to? I'm like, no, it's us, man. We just come to see you. And he's like, oh, I thought you was one of the players late.
Okay. And let me ask you this, man. How has coaching changed in the last 10 years? Whether it's junior All-American or high school age, what's different?
Man, so, I mean, It's changed a lot. I mean, the rules and everything, they try to keep up with what the high schools are doing at a youth level. They try to keep up with what the colleges, even NFL, so the rules changing constantly, man. It's just like, when I first got into it, I was DJing with Snoop, and I did that for 10 years. My kids were just real young. My oldest son just turned about 7 or 8.
Okay.
And I couldn't understand why we would be, in another country or something, and Snoop and them would fly in and leave a tour and miss all this money for these little kids. Like, what the hell are y'all doing? That was my response. And eventually he's like, man, just get out there with your son. I put my son out there, man. We flew in, I mean, wherever he was at. Snoop would get a private plane Friday night, and we get off stage, fly to LA, hit the city morning, straight to the game, you go coach. And back then it was more about the inner city youth. Snoop was all about promoting. Folks don't know his league, he didn't charge kids at all.
He didn't?
Yeah, like me as a coach, all of us, we pay for all the kids, and if we did charge other kids that could pay, we paid $100.
Okay.
At that time, Adidas sponsored us for jerseys, everything. So we had sponsorships. We got brand new jerseys. We paid insurance. We did everything for all these leagues. And it was just about helping the community. When I moved to Eastville, it was a different community because they were more well off, right?
Yeah,
you just had kids out there that didn't really need the assistance, but they were frankly just softer. You know what I mean? They didn't have the drive. Dudes that are stars, they got a story. All of them got a story. And I remember kids. I got kids in the NFL right now, that we coach right up here in these parks. CJ Stroud, Justin Flo, John Ross. I mean, all of them, man. They came up right on these fields, right around the corner, and you didn't see that passion in Eastville. So my biggest drive was to come there. I've been coaching for 10 years. I never cut a kid ever, never, not once, never cut a kid. It was all about development. And what we did was we weren't flashy. I beat the heck out of the Ducks multiple times.
Really?
Keefe, they all know me. Like I know every youth football coach. I done played everybody from the LA Rams to watch the Compton Vikings to you name it. I whooped on all of them. And but it was from developing the kids.
Yeah.
Them too. Whoever would. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. The team with CJ Stroud, were you coaching that team with Fly?
Yeah.
That when they were 8th graders, Sean Evans?
Yeah.
What happened to Telly? What happened to that? Was one of the best running backs, youth league,
Telly was
linebacker,
running back. He was just as good as Justin Flo, baby man, and maybe even better. He had a better body style for it. And
how did he do in high school?
He did well, but the streets get you. When you lose that level of now, like Coach Fly was my mentor. Snoop brought me into coaching. Coach Fly was my mentor.
Okay.
And watching him, he used to get he had a 15-passenger van that he hired somebody to take the kids back and forth to practice because Telly lived in Moreno Valley.
Yep.
And he was shuttling him and David Baldwin, CJ Stroud,
Sean Evans was on that team.
All of them. They all hopped in a 15-passenger van and they got shuttled back. And then Fly took them all to Upland. So
I
after
remember they all went to Upland ninth grade.
If you recall, in the 8th grade, the biggest game of the whole year was the Ducks versus Fly Steelers, and it was CJ Stroud versus Bryce.
Okay.
That was the biggest game.
Was it?
Yeah, that was the biggest. Bryce was on the Ducks, CJ was on the Steelers, and look, both of them in the NFL. And like you said, you see these kids come up and you see the passion in it. One of my things was development.
Okay.
And that's why I came to be a freshman coach. Is I was gonna retire, but seeing what was there to develop these, I got a bad bunch of kids coming up. You're gonna hear about these kids.
They're all 8th graders now.
They're all 8th graders. They coming up right now. They're gonna be a tough little group.
How many are gonna go to Roosevelt?
All of them want to go.
How many? About 15?
About 15, 20.
Okay, so it might be all right.
But Roosevelt's first year where they got a whole true team of holdbacks.
Holdbacks?
We had a whole team of midget holdbacks that are coming in as freshmen. They're expected to play up though.
Yeah.
They're gonna play up. But in the next 2 or 3 years, man, Roosevelt's gonna be competitive. They're gonna be competitive, more competitive than they've been.
Okay. Yeah, that Telly was one of the best youth players.
Bad man.
Did he finish high school? Playing high school?
He finished high school, but he got in trouble with the streets. Man.
Okay.
That's all, and unfortunately, like I tell all my kids at this level, the best players aren't the ones in the NFL. The best players are sitting at the house. Best player might be in jail. Some, you know what I mean? Like the best players are not in the NFL, but in NFL takes those extra things. You
Yeah.
know, ever since the kids was in 4th grade, I'm doing grade checks. They got to
Yeah.
have a grade check to play with me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm giving out academic awards at the end of the year. I try to do things a little bit different
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
let them know what to expect, and that's really what to expect.
Yeah.
you know?
Yep. What you got, Ram?
Yeah, but like you said, man, I seen this dude, man. He would go over his house before game night. He got about 16, 15 kids sleeping in his living room.
Really?
You know what I mean? And so they get there on time. Ain't no excuses. Tell the parents I got them. You know what I mean? And so I don't want to. You can't come late. So you can stay at my house tonight. I know we're gonna be on time. So yeah, man. Hats off to him. Hats off to Fly. Hats off to Richard, man. Them dudes know what they're doing. They on the right track, and they brought Eastville back. You
Hopefully,
know what I mean?
yeah, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: that Bryce versus CJ game, Ducks versus the Steelers. First of all, who won that game?
Bryce.
Bryce.
CJ hadn't beat Bryce yet.
Really? So, did you know that both of them were pros? You couldn't tell. Were they too young?
Nah, I knew they was a pro. I thought Bryce, CJ wasn't a guy went on Fly's team. He wasn't a guy. David Baldwin was the guy.
But aren't they? They're a year apart, aren't they?
They're a year apart.
Yeah, I
but
remember, yeah.
he was David Baldwin was the guy that everybody was like, he the next Michael Vick. Left-handed,
Yes,
He-
athletic,
tall,
jump out the gym.
yeah, just crazy.
Should have been a pro. Could have been a pro.
Could have been for sure. And
Yeah.
then CJ came up kind of out of nowhere, man. And when he all the kids went to Upland, CJ went to Rancho because he didn't think he could get on the field at Upland.
Really
So when he went to Rancho, he showed out.
started as a.
Remember,
sophomore.
Upland won the champion CIF in their division that
Yep,
year,
yep.
you know, so they were good too.
Mhm.
But he wasn't the guy that we thought was going to be the guy. Bryce was just a superstar, brother. That's why he got drafted first. I
Do
promise
you
you.
think as an 8th grader he was that good?
He was a superstar. He just the way he carried himself. He was just a guy
He's
that
a smart kid.
if
too.
you a coach, he was a player's. You know what I mean? Like he's a
Coach on
player
the
you
field.
want to have.
Yeah, yeah.
Just smart, just humble. You know, it just. But CJ same way, humble, smart. It was the other guys, man. Like we thought back then, Justin Flo was the guy.
Yep.
It was Justin Flo and David. Those were the guys that we was like,
Pro.
they gone.
Yeah,
they gone.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but things changed, man.
Happy, yeah.
I got some other guys coming out right now that's gonna be ballers. CJ Butler that came out of Centennial, that's one of my boys. Cameron Brown, CJ Butler at Arizona State.
Okay.
Cameron Brown just came out. He at Nevada DN. He a baller from Norco. Andrew Marshall, he was at Idaho. He just transferred into Nebraska.
Okay.
Yeah, my youth team, half of them D1 right
D1.
now, for sure.
Okay. Okay.
For sure.
Okay. How's the Eastville Pop Warner Junior All-America now? Is it strong?
Yeah, man, we had about 350, 360, probably like four something with including the cheerleaders. We had like 60 of them, but
Okay.
this year they're gonna be over 5. We getting all the neighboring
Harupa
schools.
Valley.
Yeah, we getting all the Harupa kids, all the Norco kids, all the. I mean, we doing well, man.
Okay, that's good.
We had the second highest winning percentage in the league, right behind Marietta.
Okay.
But like Norco, Corona, all of them was under us, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
That's
is
good.
different than it's been historic.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Ram.
So yeah, when I first brought him over there to Jaff, and then people don't know, you go to a meeting with all the teams, and they tell you we are first chapter coming in, and they try to make you go D2. You know what I mean? They just try to,
Yeah,
D2.
get you started. Yeah.
So I'm in the meeting with me and Art Warren in the meeting, and I'm in the meeting, and they like, oh yeah, Eastville, you're gonna be nah, we don't want D2. They like, what? I was like, no, I don't have no D2 players.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, we want all the smoke. They like, who is this president? I'm like, I want it all because I knew what I had.
Mm-hmm.
And they let us get out, you know what I mean? But they found out too, messed around and found out who we were.
Yeah, that's good, man. What else, man, you want to tell us about coaching high school now, man? You're going to have the freshman team. Hopefully Roosevelt's program is on the rise.
Yeah, man. Again, man, like if I say anything, just, to parents, same thing I tell to all of my parents, kids, 9th and 10th grade is about development. You know what I mean? Like period point blank. I see all these offers. What the problem with youth football, high school football is everybody chasing an offer right now. You know what I mean? And kids don't even know the rules. These offers I see kids getting in 9th grade, and dude, that coach not even gonna be at that college that gave you that offer by the time you're a senior, and they can't even talk to you legally until you in the 11th grade and 12th grade. So what I suggest for parents, it's a lot of hold back effort. It's a lot of that stuff. My oldest son, he held back and started his Centennial's freshman year, all that stuff, but it wasn't it wasn't the best thing mentally.
Okay.
For these kids, if you're a parent, you got somebody coming in 8th grade, put them in somewhere that's gonna get them developed. Don't take them. All I can suggest is don't try to take them to the Modern Days and the Centennials and the Boscos, where they're gonna sit 4 years and may not play because those teams are bringing in transfers every year.
Hold back.
Instead, you got to look at somewhere where they're gonna take them, develop them as a 9th and 10th grader, and then if you're that good in the 11th and 12th grade, Modern Day, somebody gonna come get you, and when they come get you, they're gonna tell you coming to start. And that's the difference. I see too many kids sit in programs for 4 years, and then so many transfer out by the time they're in 12th grade because they know they're not gonna play now. But you just wasted your time. Go to your local school, go ball out, get tape, get developed. Go to somewhere that's gonna develop you, and that's my mission. Like, I'm gonna develop these kids. Everybody ain't gonna be able to move up. Everybody gonna do this stuff we make, but my mission is to develop kids so that they get to the next level, whether that's at Roosevelt, whether somebody come get them. I'm loyal to the kids. I'm not loyal to a program. I'm not loyal to none of that. I want the program to succeed, but I want that program to take care of the kids. So as long as they are, then the kids will stay. And like I tell everybody, for every high school program, the only reason players don't want to go to their school is because they don't feel they're going to get developed. They want to get developed the same way Bosco or Centennial or and they are developing kids. They practice different. They do things different. So if you give them that same structure at the 9th and 10th grade, they'll be ready to go take on those same challenges wherever it's at.
Okay. Good, man. Good. What you got, Rand? That's it. That's all I got.
Man, that's it though, man. But like you said, we are entertainment too. And his old job used to be Snoop Dogg's tour DJ. And he used to tell me stories. He been all over the world, dude. All over the world. He's seen all kind of things. And rest in peace. He introduced me to Snoop Dogg's brother, Bing, man. That dude was a hell of a dude, man. That dude, I used to call that dude, man. He'll come by the house, man. We drink. He brought me, what's that vodka, that Russian vodka? Russian Standard, man. I don't even drink vodka, man. And they discovered that in Russia, man. And we used to have a good time. So rest in peace, Bing, man. Shout out to everybody out there in Eastville, man. Like you said, the winningest coach in Eastville. And he's going to do big things over there at Roosevelt. I know he will. I'm going to support him. You guys come out and check him out. Hey, man, hats off to you, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, I just want to give a shout out to y'all, man. This is a good thing that y'all doing, man. It's a really nice atmosphere. Me, Havana, this spot is a spot, man. I'm going to have to start coming in here more often, but I really like the vibe. I like what y'all doing in here. Y'all keep it up, man. It's really,
Hey, let me say this. You know why he was so successful, Coach Randy? Tell him what high school you went to.
House
Hawthorne High, baby. Got 2 Cougars in here.
Yeah,
there we go, baby.
I see you. That's right. So give it up for Mr. Ryan Williams, DJ LT.
Right. Good job, baby. Hey, we're going to do the wrap. So we got another guest coming up in a minute.
Right.
Fred Red. We're going to do the raffle.
We got a raffle going on for 2 Aliva. Let me see what that is. We're gonna do one right now. So it's only for this floor. It's only for this floor. So we're gonna shake them up good. Go ahead. You shake them. You get them, Rob. Give me the number.
Yes, sir. What's your number? Let me look. Go ahead, pull it.
Some Aliva Series V Milanos, Maduro.
You want me to pull it, Rand?
Go ahead and pull it.
I'm not gonna look.
You're not gonna look.
It might be
Here
mine.
Here it go.
I'll put some gum on mine so I would know which one it was.
Read it. Last three
are 389.
389. 389. Oh, Big Smooth is in the house. Coach.
There you go.
We'll do one more at the end. That's one winner. Big Smooth. Straight out of Pomona.
All right. Fred Red, you up.
Fred Red, you up.
My bad. Come on, Fred Red, you up. Yep. Yeah. One more, okay.
We'll be doing one more as soon as the end of the show. And come check us out Friday night, members night. We got hard work and the lovely sounds of Lori V. Moore.
Yes, sir.
Come check
Members
us out.
Night,
Get
Friday
here
night.
early because it will be packed.
Packed.
Members night. Come check us out.
What time do you
Mia
start,
Vanner,
Rand? 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock. But
Okay.
get here early. Standing
Okay,
room
get a
only.
suit. All right, man. Hey, I get to start this one off. This is my homeboy from Little League, Rancho Cienega, 1977, 78. Played baseball together. Me, him, and K-Mac, Omar, Pepe, Tiger, Roy Carter, all the Rancho Cienega legends. But, man, I don't really want to talk that much baseball because you had a different name then. It wasn't Fred Red. What was your name then?
We ain't going there.
Okay. Yeah, we'll tell you about that later. But, man, your son, you had me wearing Oregon gear. I was getting flack from all my buddies. I was going to the Oregon tailgate. How was it coaching your son at Rancho? I don't know if some of you guys heard of him, Jalen Red, coaching him at Rancho, and just, he stayed. Coach said neighborhood school. Did you ever think about, or did they come after him? I know Centennial did. Who came after Jalen to get him a transfer?
A bunch of schools. Centennial was one.
Uh-huh.
That was one. Modern Day wanted him also. And Jay Sarah was another.
At what position, running back or DB?
Centennial were at corner. Jay Sarah and Modern Day was at running back.
Where did you go get close to going?
Centennial.
And what was the deciding factor? Was that like his 11th grade year? Or younger?
10th grade year.
10th grade.
10th grade.
What made you stay?
At Rancho?
Mhm.
Homeschool. I felt he didn't need to leave. I thought Rancho was good enough.
Clearly.
I thought it was good enough. I felt that they developed kids at Rancho. He had a good thing there. And I just thought, why go there when he can stay at Rancho and
Stay at
ball
the
out?
neighborhood school.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, that's good.
My man he made a good point. Development is important. And going to a program that was good on development, had a good coach, had a good program was important. And they valued him and what he could do in his ability, and we stayed home.
And he played corner, and then his last year they moved him.
No.
What happened?
As a 9th grader, he played strictly corner.
Okay.
10th grade, he was starting corner. He played running back, but starting corner. 11th grade, starting corner and played running back. 12th grade, he played all running back.
All running back. How do you like that?
Running back was the spot he played in Pop Warner.
Okay.
So that was what he was known for. Rancho coach believed in loyalty to the kids. And so the older kids in front of him, Rancho played them ahead of Jalen. And Jalen got run, but he believed in the kids who was in the program and bringing them up.
Okay.
And making sure they got out, which was a good thing.
Yeah. But he got to play a little offense, but started at corner.
Exactly.
Okay. Go ahead, Rand.
Where did he play his youth football at?
Oh, those Carson Coats.
Yeah. What'd you know about that?
LA City.
That's right. Carson Coast. That's where I started at.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm biased. I thought Carson played the best football around.
Who was his coach? Was he with Marvin?
It was Marvin Pollard was his coach. There was some other cats who coached him up. I think youth coaches don't get enough credit for what they do for the kids. And I'll say this. Youth coaches really should get as much pub for what they do for kids than high school coaches. Just as much.
Yeah.
Because youth coaches put in the fundamental to them. High school coaches take it and then take it to another level.
Yeah.
College puts it into another level.
Okay.
But the foundation of youth coaching, I think, you can't beat that.
Did Jalen play any youth football in IE, or was it all Carson?
He played the Ducks for 1 year.
Okay. How was that?
Different, but he was already good.
Okay.
He played for Keefe.
Okay.
Keefe and DJ took what he already had and just turned him loose.
Really?
That's all they did. You're going to do you. That's what they did.
Who was on that team with him? Anybody we would know?
On that team?
Yeah.
Oh, they had a bunch of kids on that team that was good. Tejan was on that team, who went to Bishop Gorman.
Bishop Gorman, yeah.
Nebraska. Speedy Naylor was on that team.
Okay.
Playing for Minnesota Vikings right now. Also Bishop Gorman kid. Tate Martell was the quarterback.
I will see. I heard he was nice.
Tate Martell was cold.
I heard he was nice youth league. Yeah.
Cold youth league. Cold. Always undersized though.
Undersized
kid. That was his only issue. He was only about 5'9".
Mm-hmm.
But number one high school player out of high school.
Yep.
Never lost a game in high school at Bishop Gorman.
Wow.
went 4 years, was Gatorade All-American his senior year. That team was loaded with talent.
Yeah.
A couple more kids on that team that played on that team that did well in college too, and went. I don't know if they went to the league, but that was the foundation.
How was that recruitment, man? So Jalen goes to Rancho. I start reading about him. How was that recruit? You know, all the schools coming after him. What's something crazy we wouldn't know?
Recruiting,
Yes.
Recruiting is different, you know, and people talk about recruiting, but recruiting is in high school, 12th grade year. The previous speaker talked about that. You know, a lot of kids get offers in the 9th and 10th grade. You know, but you know when they want your son, when they call in the parent, when they calling you on a Saturday night, or a Friday talking to you about your boy, that's when they really interested in it. When they're coming to your games, when they fly in on a helicopter to watch your boy play,
Wow.
you know they want your son.
That's crazy.
UCLA flew in on a Friday night game. We played Chino Hill. Landed on the baseball diamond. Head coach came on and watched your boy play.
Who was the head coach back then?
It was
it Donahue or was it
it was
Mora?
Moore.
Okay.
DB coach was Coach Meeks, who just came back to UCLA this year. Who've been coaching for years. Love Jalen. So recruiting is tough. You know, the previous speaker talked about. I want to digress a little bit. So the previous speaker, I don't know his name. Ryan, right? I never met Ryan before, but Ryan said a lot of things that's important. Development is important. Getting yourself in the right program. It's not about going to the right team.
Yeah.
It's about going to the right school that's going to allow you to showcase your talent. There's a lot of players out there. There's a lot of kids out there that's good, man. There's a lot of kids out there good. They just not getting seen.
Yeah.
He's also right about another thing, too. A lot of cats in the NFL. Someone told me a long time ago, a lot of the guys in the NFL are not the best players.
Not the best player.
No.
Not the best player. No. It was guys better than them.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when Rancho, I remember David Ball. We played against David Ball and Baby Man at Rancho. I remember when there was an uplift. Stud it up. Now, and Rancho, in Jalen's 4 years at Rancho, we beat Upland one time. His senior year.
Upland was that good?
Upland was loaded. Cold. Now, that senior year, Jalen put up 6 tubs on him, though.
6 tubs.
6. Gave him 6.
It's hard to beat that.
Gave him 6 tubs that year when he played Rancho. But and David Baldwin was the coach. Baby Man was playing linebacker that game. And
couldn't do nothing with him.
Gave him 6 tubs.
Just love it. All running or something?
All running. He didn't even play corner that game.
Okay.
All running back.
So talk about recruiting, man. What's something surprising? Because what were his trips? Ole Miss?
He went to Ole Miss. He went to Oregon. Arizona. USC. And just those 4.
Okay.
Now, he had 5. He didn't want to go to UCLA. He had UCLA offer.
Okay.
Because he didn't want to stay home. And we didn't want him to stay home.
Yeah.
Ole Miss.
How was that?
Ole Miss was different. I ain't gonna lie to you. The SEC was different. They Coach Freeze was the head coach then. Rode off the red carpet. Wanted him bad. They did everything but offer us money to get him.
Really? Ole
Miss is about that.
SEC, of course.
SEC was different. They wanted him at running back. It was just a different vibe. You could tell when SEC school.
Yeah.
It was a different vibe altogether.
Yeah.
Good vibe.
Yeah.
Recruiting was interesting though. Recruiting was definitely if you never been through a recruiting process. Now I don't know if like today with NIL and all of that though. But back in our day though, if they wanted you, they called.
Yeah.
They knocked on your door. Oregon came to our house 4 or 5 times.
Really? They wanted him.
It was no doubt.
Who was the head coach? Was Taggart or was it the coach before Taggart?
Before Taggart, it was before Taggart and everybody. It was I can think of the name. Think of the guy's name before Taggart.
It wasn't the guy who went to the league.
It was
Chip
it was
Kelly.
the guy after Chip Kelly.
Okay.
Name escapes me right now.
Okay.
Name escapes
But
me.
Oregon was on him from day one.
From day one. Won him at corner.
Okay.
Now with Oregon was so cold when he was with the Oregon. Oregon said to us, the DB coach was recruited. Jalen got his offer at DB for Oregon.
Okay.
Once after his senior year, offensive coordinator came and says, I want him to play offense for him. I said to him, the DB coach offered me, says, I don't care about that. I want him at running back.
Mm-hmm.
Baylor was the other school who
Okay,
wanted
Baylor. Okay.
him. Baylor was the other one that wanted him. And when they fired that staff, I was like, we in trouble.
Yeah.
Because I didn't, we was like the whole staff was gone.
Yep. When they got in all that trouble.
All that trouble. Well, they get no trouble at Oregon. They
No,
just
no,
lost.
I mean
Baylor did.
Baylor.
And we didn't go to Baylor because Baylor was on that. Baylor we knew was going to be sanctioned up.
Yep.
And then we heard when Freeze won at Ole Miss, we knew that they was going to get in trouble.
Yep.
So we didn't mess with. We did
Ole
our
Miss.
homework.
Yep. Good.
And we knew that Ole Miss also was going to get on violations because what they had recruiting violations at Ole Miss.
Yep.
And so it came down to Arizona, and it came down to Oregon at the end.
Okay.
Arizona State.
Arizona State. Yeah.
And we chose Oregon.
Okay.
Oregon was a dream school. Though.
That was a great pick, though. He started to be a 4-year starter.
5-year start.
5-year. Yeah.
5-year start. With the
COVID year.
COVID year. 5-year start.
How was it playing at Oregon and being a parent? I went to a couple games. How was it? Talk to me. How was it going to Oregon? You went to a ton of games.
It was different. Oregon was beautiful. Treated you like family up there. The program was top notch.
Yep.
Everybody knew you. Everybody knew the parent. Invite you into your home when you go up there. They treated you really, really well at Oregon.
And you went to a ton of games in Oregon, didn't
Went to all the games. Wifey wasn't having that.
you? And you found a cigar lounge in Oregon.
Within the first week.
First week. Found a cigar. That's a must. Before Jalen had his books, you had a cigar lounge.
I knew where to spoke at.
That's good. That's good.
So yeah, that was my
That's
thing.
good stuff.
But
That's a great experience, man. I only went to a couple, 2-3 games. It was good.
yeah, and I grew up by USC.
I remember.
I grew up 5 minutes from SC. Went to Manual Arts High School.
Yep.
Across from SC, and I dreamed about my boy playing in the Coliseum.
Okay.
He played in the Coliseum.
I was at one of those.
Every time he played, they played 2 games against SC, and he scored 3 times with the 2 games.
Okay.
Great experience playing SC, playing the Coliseum. Oregon's phenomenal. They treat you well. College experience was great.
It's good.
So yeah, the experience was a once
Better
in a
than
lifetime.
expected. That's good. Better than even expected, huh?
Oh yeah, by far.
That's
Than
great.
I expected. By far. Met some great kids, but met some great
Parents.
and play. I mean, we played with Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert.
Was his quarterback.
Sewell was the Sewell.
Loved
Yeah.
Jalen.
Yeah, the
Troy
DB.
died.
Holland,
linebacker,
yeah.
Norco High School.
Yeah.
His brother. I mean, they had some dudes.
Yeah.
The DN that play for the Giants right now.
Thibodeau.
Loved it. I mean, Oregon was loaded with talent.
Loaded.
He played with all those dudes. They loved him.
Yeah. The 2 DBs.
Jalen was a captain 3 of his 5 years there.
Wow. Okay.
Put everything he had into that school.
That's good.
No doubt.
What you got, Ram?
So he went to the XFL, played 2 years.
2 years.
2 years of the XFL, and then he came back home. So now he went back to his alma mater, and he's coaching.
That's
I mean,
great.
that's great. You know what I mean? You got to get that. Hey man, go back, and he's gonna bring some more kids up. You know what I mean? And like he came up, and my hat's off to him for that because we need more people like that to go back home, and bring somebody else up.
Jalen actually initially played Jalen had some health issues. Got healthy, went to the Canadian Football League first. He played for the Hamilton, whatever they was called, first. And he went there because they were like, look, we know he hurt. We'll have him on our practice squad. He was there 2-3 weeks. And they was like, we're gonna sign him to a 2-year deal.
Okay.
Jalen was like, nah, I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want to play in the Canadian League.
Mhm.
You know, and so, but he finished the season out, Canadian League, went to the XFL. XFL was like, we gotta try you guys out, out first and see. They told us after he didn't even go to tryout, they was like, no. He too good. He going to this team.
Yeah.
Went to that team, played for the Seattle Sea Dragons.
I remember that.
And he played for that team. Unfortunately, he got hurt, breaking his leg, and then he was, and then the rest of that season was over. But they kept him on the roster the whole year.
Okay.
And then when they made it to the championship game, they was going to pull him out, and let him play. The medical staff was like, we're not gonna let him play. With no time for him to rehab.
Yeah.
And so he didn't play in championship game, but had a phenomenal time there too.
That's good.
Yeah.
So we had a youth league coach that's coaching high school. Your son excelled at Rancho in Oregon. What's the advice you would give to a parent that wants their son to play Division I football? What advice would you
There's
give?
a lot of little things parents need to know about this, about college, about getting their son ready for high school.
Okay.
They need to know about how much, when they need to apply for the college credit. There's actually, I can't think what it's called right now, but they actually have to be college certified. A lot of parents don't even know that.
Okay.
By your junior year, you need to be certified for the conference you're trying to get into.
Okay.
Your grades, the classes you're taking, you need to have those classes first.
Okay.
The Pac-12 have a certain level of requirements that you need to have.
Okay.
Kids don't know that. And by your junior year, you need to have those.
Okay.
Right? If you want to be an early commit to a school, if you want to go in the spring of your senior year, you need to have so many credits. You don't even have to graduate, but you need to have so many credits so that you can go. Now, I'll tell you one caveat to that. A lot of private schools don't allow you to graduate early.
They don't.
People don't know that.
Really?
So a lot of kids, what they do is they go to a private school, then they bounce back to their local high school.
And then so
because your local high school, they can't hold you back from leaving early.
Yeah.
Modern, they don't allow you to leave early.
Yeah. So is that why some of those kids like Dollars and those kids?
Sean Dollars, other kids who went to Modern Day, who left Rancho.
Went to Modern Day. Can't think of his name
won their
right now.
championship. CJ Cordell. Another one. Went to Modern Day, and then they won, but then they left school and came back to Rancho.
Okay.
So a lot of little things. But I'm telling you, the biggest thing is development. You know, and he says a lot, and 7-on-7 and everything is good. And football, high school football and youth football has changed because the 7-on-7 circuit has became where you get your offers at. Yeah. Where you get your ratings at.
That's kind of how AAU was back in the day, but I didn't know that. Yeah.
And it's big. So without getting, you damn near have to play 7-on-7. You damn near have to, because a lot of these kids, if any kid out there who got a 5-star rating, most likely, or 4-star rating,
got it at 7-on-7.
Play on 7-on-7.
That's great. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And if you meet the measurables, you got the height, got the speed and everything, all that. That's one thing. Like if you're like a Thibodeau, who's 6'5".
Yep, and a dog.
Right? He got the measurables.
Mm-hmm.
He can play anywhere. Right? And he played at a good school. I think he went to
he started Dorsey, then went to Oaks Christian.
Oaks Christian, right? He went to a good program, right? Got his 5-star rating. And then I'm going to Oregon, right? And then when you get to the college level, they don't just throw you in there. Right? I've seen it firsthand.
Okay.
They don't just give you the keys to the car. They make you earn that.
How was he at Oregon? Did he start day one or no?
No. I'm telling you, he did not start. He stepped behind somebody else his freshman year. But in the Pac-12 championship game against Utah, he had five
pressures or sacks.
He had 5 sacks.
Wow. So he got better as the year progressed.
He got better. That's all he needed.
Sophomore year was a wrap.
And there's a wrap.
Junior year,
wrap. Junior year, he was just playing around. Junior year. He only probably played 7-8 games. He was already done. He met all the
top five.
measurables.
Yeah,
He already did his thing.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it is. College is different. You know, in my opinion, because if you meet the measurables, you want that. There's a lot of kids. There's a lot of really, really good kids that play at the college level, and they play out of position. I'll give you one kid, Schooler. He's a modern day kid. Played safety.
Okay.
I'm sorry, not modern day.
Service.
Mission Viejo.
Yeah, okay.
His brother was a running back who played linebacker at Arizona.
Okay.
He went to Oregon as a safety. Oregon made him wide receiver. He wasn't wide receiver.
Yeah.
Oregon needed wide receivers because he was tall. He was like 6'3".
Okay.
Right. Played wide receiver at Oregon. Didn't do a whole bunch. On special teams, though, he was a monster.
Okay.
And everybody keeps saying, "Oh, there's no special team guys just gonna play in the league now. They need two-way players." Right now, he is a special team guru.
Really?
Playing this league on his second contract.
Wow, that's crazy. Who does he play for? Do you know? You remember?
I don't remember.
Okay, but he's in the league.
In the league still.
Let me ask you this: junior, like youth football, who are the top 5 kids you saw? So that Jalen either played with or against.
It's a lot of kids, but you gotta remember, Carson had everybody though. Robert Woods on that team.
Robert Woods was on. Well, he was on an older
He's
team.
older. Robert Woods came from Carson.
Yeah, I know.
Carson kid.
Did you
Played
see him
with Sarah.
Uh-huh.
Played at Carson. You know, it's a lot of Carson. In my opinion, Carson
homegrown talent by far.
By far, played the best football. The one thing about Carson Coates kids, I love about Carson Coates. I'll tell you a quick story about Carson. Carson, we played our championship game. We played against the Cerritos team.
Okay.
Cerritos Broncos.
Okay.
The day before our Super Bowl game. We full patched the Friday before the Saturday game.
Wow.
Running through plays, running full on practice.
Okay.
We were so physical.
Okay. What were they hitting in that practice?
Full pads, hitting, running our plays, offense, defense.
Okay.
Full pads, click clacking.
Okay.
So when we played our championship game, we was that much more physical than the team we were playing.
It was over.
They tapped out in the second quarter.
Wow.
They were tapping out because we were just too physical for most teams.
Yeah.
In Carson.
Okay.
So what I liked about Carson, the kids in Carson learn how to play physical football.
Okay.
Regardless of your size, how you played the game was physical.
That's good, man. That's good.
I never heard of that, but that's good.
That's
Yeah.
You saw everybody. You saw Tyjon, Tate. Who else did he play?
Speedy Naylor. I mean, we played against everybody. Carson, we played everybody back with Jalen.
Yeah. And
we played. I'm telling you, we played against a lot of the cats that played in the IE. We played against them
when you were young, when Jalen was younger.
When he was younger, then we was older. When we played against them at the Ducks.
Yeah.
And then at Carson, we played a lot against all the LA kids.
And the Ducks, you guys were talented.
Loaded. We didn't lose no games. We didn't lose no games.
So his 8th grade year, that was 12, 13.
That was 8th, yeah.
Yeah, 13. I remember that.
Our first game losing, we played in the USFL game in Florida, and we played a team out of San Diego. It was an unlimited weight team.
Oh, wow.
And we played against them and lost by 3 points.
By 3 points. And they had unlimited weight.
Unlimited weight.
Tate. Who else was with Jalen on that team?
On what team?
On that Ducks team. Anybody else?
Tajon. We had Tajon Lindsay. We had Tate Martell. Speedy Naylor was our wide receiver on that team. We had a couple cats that went to Florida and Florida State on that team. The team was loaded with talent. Loaded with skills.
So we need more kids to do what Jalen did and stay local. Stay at Rancho. Stay at Eastville, Roosevelt. Ton of talent in Eastville. I don't know. They still a lot of talent over there, Randy?
Man, we still got talent, man. We breed it over there.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. And like you said, we give them and like, a lot of us we don't come from that. You know what I mean? I used to tell my kids all the time, when we go play the Moreno Valleys and the other teams.
Riverside.
Yeah. You're not from there, but your parents
Your
are from
parents
there.
are from there. So
Because
you better-
everybody in Eastville has been transplanted from somewhere.
LA.
From
Yeah.
LA, from Compton,
Yeah.
from
Inglewood.
whatever. So you got that in you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just got to tap in and find it. And the coach got to pull it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they put their pants on just like you put your pants on, and let's go get it. The difference is when y'all come back, y'all go get in the pool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And-
swimming pool.
yeah, swimming pool, and
With
then
the
and
slide,
they
yeah.
finna hit the block. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Exactly. Ain't that crazy?
So it's different. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
But
yeah.
like my cousin said, man, that's what I used to try to do, instill in them kids, like, man, some toughness. So because to make it on the next level, to make it wherever you go, you got to be tough, even in life. You know what I mean? You got to be ready because this
Yeah.
world, you got to be ready.
Got to be ready.
Yeah.
I would add this too. We played at Carson. We had coaches who played college professional football at Carson,
Like Marvin.
like Marvin Pollard,
Yep.
and some other cats too. Paul Richardson,
Paul
who played
Richardson.
at UCLA.
My boy,
whose
Uni
son-
High.
Whose son went to Uni, whose son played for the Washington Redskins.
Yep. Paul
wide
Jr.
receiver.
Yep.
Right, went to Washington.
Yep.
And just name a few
And
kids.
went to Sarah.
Went to Sarah.
Yep.
Right. What they did was they instilled in you that college and pro mentality
Yeah,
at
yeah.
an early age.
Yeah.
Lined up, check report cards,
Yeah.
made sure you was ready, made sure you was disciplined.
Uh-huh.
If your mom came there and says you was acting up, you did up downs.
Yeah.
You ran the whole practice.
Yeah.
You didn't practice.
That's good. I like that. I like to hear that.
And so
Yeah, Paul was nice.
it
Yeah.
was they instilled in you some good stuff
Yeah, that's good.
at youth
That's good.
football.
That's
And
good.
that's what it's about though.
Yeah.
Developing these kids
Yeah.
and putting that into them. So it's good to see a lot of these kids. CJ Stroud played on Rancho team with Jalen.
With Jalen.
He was a freshman though.
Did he get any time?
He didn't get no time.
No time.
No, because the head coach was loyal to the
senior.
older kid. I'm going back to that.
Yeah, yeah.
He was loyal to the kid. Now CJ was good enough to play at Rancho when he was a freshman or sophomore.
He could have
at
got some
quarterback.
time. Yeah, yeah.
He should have got some time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And Jalen even said, "Yeah, he's pretty damn good, right?" But the coach was loyal to the older players.
Okay.
Rancho's coach was loyal to.
Okay. That's good. Good stuff, man. That's all I got,
Good
man.
stuff, man. Shout
Yeah.
out to youth football,
High school
football, college
football,
D1. Get in where you
football,
fit in.
local kids.
Shout out to the youth coaches out there. You never get enough. You get all the flack and you get all the parents. You get all this, but hey, man, shout out to y'all, man, because I did it. You know what I mean? And it ain't easy, but we do it out of love for the sport and out of love for the kids, man. So thank you, Mr. Red.
Yes, sir. Hey, good stuff. High school football, but more important than all that development and all about the kids. We got a raffle for these cigars, man.
Yeah,
Let's
got a
get this
raffle
going.
with the
This
cigars.
cigar lounge, man.
The cigar
enough of
lounge,
this school
man.
and church stuff, man.
Yeah.
Let's get these cigars
Get
going,
these cigars.
man.
We got
Go ahead,
another-
young Jizaket.
Fred, pull this.
Yeah, pull that one, Fred.
I can't pull. I got
Oh, you got to take it.
I can't pull. Right?
You can pull. Don't look. You got it.
Don't look.
I can't look right. All right.
Yeah, you
I'm
can pull.
shaking them. I'm
Yeah.
shaking them. Look at Draper looking over to see if we
Yeah.
cheating.
Check my number. No. Wayne, check my number.
Yeah.
I don't touch Drake.
Yeah, man. Me and Vanna, man. The Flyers dopest cigar lounge in California. You better come check it out right downtown Pomona. Here we go.
I'm not looking.
I'm about to win, probably. I'll probably win. Last three.
No, can't peel that again. 3, 6, 5.
Oh, I just
3,
missed it.
6, 5.
How about look over there, D?
3, 6, 5.
I'm 3, 6, 7, and 8.
3, 6, 5.
Go ahead, let
Hold
me
on,
get
hold on,
back.
hold on.
He probably. Hey, he got it because he pulled right before me. He got it.
The Irishman.
He got it. He got it. He got it.
3, 6, 5.
He got it. He got it. He pulled.
Oh yeah, we got a winner. All right, give it up.
There you go, baby.
So that's episode
All right.
22. We
Yes, sir.
signing
Yes,
out.
sir.
Downtown Pomona, me and Vanna, the Flyers, dopest cigar lounge in Southern California. Fred Red's up out of
Good
here.
job, OG.
Good job, OG. My host, man, Robert Barksdale. And the super producer, Raul Renner. the owner of Mia Vanna. Come check us out downtown
Friday
Pomona.
night, baby.
Members Night, Friday night. Standing room only. Lori V. Moore, you better be here. See y'all later. We out.